You want to learn how to manage your money, but you don't know where to start and the steps that it takes to ensure that you can stop feeling overwhelmed and stressed out about money every day? Then keep watching. If you're new here, my name is Tashieka. I am a financial coach and the founder of JamaaWealth Financial. My goal is to help you learn how to manage money and make power moves so you can achieve financial freedom. And let's talk about money management today. Money management, in its simplest term, is really on how you go about planning and handling your money in the everyday sense. So we're talking about things like planning and spending your money, how do you manage your debts and pay it off, saving and investing money. Those key elements really make up managing money. But as a project manager, my brain formulates managing money in a slightly different way. And I want to share those tips with you to really help you break down how you can manage your money so that you can actually see progress towards your goals. So these processes is really what's going to help you with your money management system. So I like to break it down into 5 different steps. So the first step is all about organizing. Now in the organization step, it's you really gathering all the information that's going to help you get a good picture of where you are financially. So we're talking about your bank and credit card statements, what's on your credit report, what's your student loans and the balances there, your mortgages, anything where you're actually having to use your income to pay for something. You want to gather all those statements to help you understand your overall financial picture. Now, the second step in the process is now that you have this information, you're going to work on how do you understand the information that you have. So the key thing here is know your numbers. So we're talking, what is your total income? What are your expenses? What does your credit score look like? What is your total debts and the interest rates? What are your minimum payments? What is your savings rate? How much are you putting towards your savings? All of these elements is really going to help you figure out what your current financial state is. So in the basic sense, at minimum, I want you to understand what is your income and your expenses. So your income is all of the income that hits your bank account. So this is what's going to be your net pay. This is your income minus any benefits and taxes, the money that hits your bank account. As you figure out what your income is, you're then going to look at your overall expenses. Now, this is the piece where you want to make sure you understand what you think your expenses are versus what your expenses actually are. So you remember the step where we gathered all of our information. Now is where you're going to use that information and understand where are you actually spending your money in terms of your bills, your utilities, any variable expenses. Gather that information, and that's going to give you a good picture of your total actual expenses. And then you can subtract that from your income to figure out what is your discretionary income. Now, why is this important? Understanding your discretionary income is what's going to really help you understand how you're going to be able to use that money towards the vision and the life that you want, which is what we're going to talk about in the next step. Because understanding where you are right now is what's going to help you figure out where you want to be. Are you okay with the financial picture that you just saw right now? Are you okay with the amount of income and expenses that you have? Because if not, let's jump into this next step so that you can figure out what it is that you actually want. Now we are at the planning step of the money management process. In the planning step, this is where you're going to decide what is your vision. What is it that you want for your life? And with this step, I really want you to understand, what does that ideal life look like for you? What does it feel like for you? What are you doing? What are the activities of your everyday life? Like, I really want you to immerse yourself in that life, because that's really what's going to help you to figure out if you're not happy where you are right now, then you want to look forward to what's the actual life that I want. Now, while you're in this step, I want you, don't try to deter what you're feeling in the life that you want, because it may feel a little uncomfortable, especially if you're in a situation where you're just simply overwhelmed by debt, you're not sure what to do, and you can't even fathom what envisioning your life would look like. I want you to really try to just remove yourself. Imagine taking like a 5-second vacation to an alternate world, and this alternate world is the ideal life of what you want to live. If I were to close my eyes and I envision that I am traveling the world, I am all around going on a different continent every month, right? Dreaming big. Maybe your vision for you is looking like you have 6 figures in your bank account saved or invested, and you're able to help your family members. Whatever that vision looks like, you want to really immerse yourself in seeing what that looks like. And the reason being is because as you are looking at your finances, the priority of what you want for your life, that's what you're going to focus your income on. The gap that you have within the previous step, that's what you're going to look at and focus in. Okay, how can I take this income that I'm making right now and the discretionary income that I have to create goals to get me to that life? So if you think about if you're in debt right now and you're wanting to be free from debt and free from having all of your income going towards your debts, then maybe your plan or your goal is a plan to get out of debt. And part of that is you then using some of that discretionary income to put towards that debt. Maybe for you, your plan and vision for life is that you want to have more cash flow so that you can spend on vacations with your family. Then maybe you have a goal that you're going to set aside money each month to put towards a vacation fund. You see, the life that you desire is all going to stem from you looking at where you are right now, where you want to be, and then bridging the gap to get to that place. So after you've done the plan, now it's time to execute. And this is the piece where I feel like a lot of you miss out on this particular step. You actually have to take action. So no more, I'm just going to create a budget. I'm going to stick it in a drawer. I'm going to create a budget in my head. All of that is not moving you forward. So you want to really be intentional on taking action. So what does taking action look like? You've created that plan. Now you're going to look at, okay, how do I stay on track with this budget plan so that I know that I'm moving towards my goal? So you want to track things like your spending. Are you spending within what you plan for yourself for the month? If not, then you want to investigate why and come up with an assessment of, do you need to adjust the plan so that you're more realistic with how much you're spending? But the ultimate goal here is if you have made that plan, now you are taking action towards it so that you can actually see progress. And then the last step in this process is monitoring and controlling. So monitoring and controlling looks like you actually tracking your progress. Maybe you're tracking your spending, you're tracking your income, you're tracking your net worth to see, is my net worth going up or down? And remember, your net worth is your assets minus your liabilities. So do you see your debts decreasing every month? Do you see your savings increasing every month? The most important piece about the monitoring and controlling aspect of managing your finances is really you taking the time to actually look at where you are on the process and seeing, are you in alignment with the plan that you set out for yourself? If you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification button so you can get more videos like this to help you on your journey.